So he said he was going to his friend's house to play video games.
He left at 3:30.
I don't know the exact time.
This woman is in the midst of lying to police. Just hours ago, she brutally murdered her son Gannon, hid his body in the basement, and called 911 to report him missing. Officers at the scene have no idea what they walked into, and they will quickly find themselves entangled in this killer's twisted lies.
Is there anybody down here?
No.
No one.
So then when I get downstairs, he had one of the guns, and I was terrified. He asked me to give him a suitcase.
Is Gannon in a dumpster?
No.
You didn't hurt Gannon? Did you kill Gannon?
No.
But this was just the beginning of her lies.
Why would I hurt our child? I had everything in the world. I have no motive.
So tell me where he is and let me help you.
I don't know where he is. All I can tell you is I did not hurt him.
On the evening of January 27, 2020, in Colorado Springs, Colorado, a woman called 911 to report her 11-year-old stepson missing. She said the boy, Gannon Stauch, had left the house to visit a friend and never came back. Police initially treated it as a runaway case, but what they didn't know was that Gannon was already dead.
My son was supposed to be home at 6 o'clock, and it's almost 7. And we went to all his friends' house. He said he was going to be at his friend's house, and they said he wasn't there, and the other one said he never came there. So I don't know any other people to call and ask. And I talked to my husband, so I told him I had to call you guys as fast as I could because I don't know anyone else here that he could be. He's only 11.
Did he take his bike?
No.
Okay, because somebody saw a little kid on a bike. They posted it, but I didn't know if he brought it.
Well, he didn't, unless he took it sooner and brought it back because Lena ends up getting the bike.
What color's the bike?
Dinner.
Okay.
Blue
And he
and
never
black.
went home. They thought he was at his friend's house. He was like,
Yeah. There's
And he never
one
went to his
picture
friend's
someone
house.
said he was on,
Okay.
and he was taking the switch.
That woman was Letitia Stauch, the last person known to be with him.
Okay, because you weren't in here in the beginning, right? I didn't know if I had that box cutter and all that stuff in there because I told him about he dropped the candle last night.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I must have picked it up. I was just making sure. I didn't want you to be like, oh, just a box cutters. But yeah, I had to cut this. And I told them I wasn't even going to tell Dad. And I was going to figure out a way to put this in there from the situation. But
at least you got a carpet. Yeah,
right. I just took it and covered up with the carpet and stuff like that. But
Does he have any friends around here?
there is let me look on this thing. He did have this one book thing.
That's where you're supposed to be at down the road.
But they checked that already?
They went over there and talked to him, and they're like, no, we hadn't seen him at all.
Oh, okay.
He did have this
And you talked to parents, right? You didn't talk to...
Yeah, Connor's mom came over, who is a friend he hangs out with all the time. So they come over. The people here, the friends, they were just the ones that were at the door with the bike.
Okay.
They came over. A bunch of people came over.
As search teams flooded the neighborhood, neighbors, volunteers, and federal agents spent days combing through fields and woods, hoping to find Gannon alive. His family pleaded publicly for his return. But behind the scenes, investigators were beginning to see cracks in Letitia's story. Surveillance footage showed something disturbing. Letitia leaving the house with Gannon in the car that afternoon, then returning hours later without him. Inside the home, forensic teams discovered blood evidence in the bedroom and garage. Phone data and GPS tracking also contradicted what Letitia had told police. Still, Gannon's body had not been found.
He forgets to bring this or bring that or bring this or bring that. You know?
Still good.
Yeah.
So no clothes are missing or nothing?
No, we actually lay out all the clothes all the time. For, every day at school, we lay out clothes, we do whatever.
Is his jacket gone?
He had he has several jackets. It depends on, I'm very fashion. So it just depends on jackets. He might have this black one with this, or there's a blue one with this.
So he had a jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Silver jackets. You see the kid has, tons and tons of clothes, and he just,
Okay.
he has all that stuff, so.
There was a weird text that Dad got about something about
90
bath
pounds,
salts, and hey, if you
And then I
if
sent
I
you that
can get some
picture
bath
that-
salts, do we have any bath salts?
Yeah,
And my friend will let me play Sonic or something at their house.
You sent that to his dad.
Yeah,
I got it.
and then mom goes through everything, finds this part.
Gannon, I promise this is the last time I'm going to ask you. I'm just freaked out, okay? Are you sure you didn't do it on purpose?
He did it.
Okay, you promise. You promise.
On purpose.
Pinky promise.
Pinky.
Okay, alright, so listen, we're gonna have to sell stuff to fix it. So we figure out what we gotta sell. We can sell the sofa, because we gotta get it fixed, so lady, don't be mad at us and kick us out of the house. Okay?
So Gannon had started a candle. Again, normal day. He's very like responsible in terms of like if you give him something and say do this, and like a list to prepare, he's fine. So we let him, do things like that. So I didn't see a problem with him, light a candle, whatever. And Lena asked me could she stay up and still watch the rest of her iPad or whatever. It was just her birthday, and I was trying to give her a little bit extra because we went all out for Gannon's birthday. Like we took him to a Rockies game. We took friends with him. So it starts beeping. It's like a beep, 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 beep. And I thought that someone was coming in the house. I didn't see anything going on. Then it started saying fire, 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 fire. So there was smoke coming up through the basement. So then I ran back downstairs to get Gannon. And then the fire was on the floor over here, then on the sofa. So I'm pretending this is the sofa and this is our floor. So it was right here and right here. And I saw the candle that was over here. So there was covers everywhere because the kids always get on them about they leave a lot of covers laying around all the time. I take a whole bunch of them and I go and like basically smash down on the sofa and the fire to put it out. So I got a burn, and then I was like, get up again, and started running at that point because it wakes him up. He's alert. He's realizing that the covers and everything's on fire, the carpet's on fire, and we all go outside. I was scared because my thought process was Albert is going to kill me. Because I made a mistake as a parent and forgot to really check him down. And he really got a little bit more burnt than he should have. So I was freaking out because it's like he's going to kill me. And Gannon's like, it's okay. And there was blood. And he had on his arms. And as it was peeling, and I should have called.
What did he have blood at?
I should have called the hospital and just asked, I don't know enough about burns, but I should have called the hospital and just asked, I made a mistake. He goes in through the garage. I go in. I'm getting ready to put up the things, stuff like that. As we got inside, I heard something, but I didn't think anything about it because I thought, maybe Gannon was doing something. Maybe we were doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was in there. And I gave him the code.
The guy from the...
Yeah, it's all my fault. Because I gave him our code to fix the carpet.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have. And then when I walked downstairs, I hear something again. Well, at that point in time, Gannon was on the sofa, and I saw him. And I heard something again, and I walked on around, and he was standing in there. He had on gloves.
In the storage closet?
Yes.
Okay.
He had one of the guns.
Okay.
I was terrified.
Okay.
So terrified. And then he just knocked me down and towards Gannon's room. And he was hitting on me. It was hard, on the ground. And he was trying to rape me. And I'm pleading and talking and all these things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just back and forth with him. And why are you doing this? Why did you hurt us? Why are you doing these things? And then he was on top of me again. And then I kind of lied out again because he just hit my head again.
Oh, really?
And then, yes, and then he was he asked me to give him a suitcase, and I gave him a brown suitcase, and then he hit me on the head again, and right here. He just kept hitting me right there like that.
Okay.
And so then he did that, and then I blacked out again. I was having a panic attack. And then I don't know what happened from there. I really don't. I don't know. I just know that I did lie. I did. When they came, I did say, Gannon left, whatever, but you know that. But, but he never did. He never left to go play. I just didn't know what to do, and I panicked in the moment. And I didn't want Albert to be trying to hurt us. Cause
we kind of get in a lot of fights. And I just want you to know that's the only reason that I made it to life.
Because of the nature of the warrant, it being a murder warrant, we need to know the real story because you put out quite a few different stories.
About who?
We heard a lot of the stories to Al.
To Albert?
Mm-hmm.
The reason I already knew someone was listening to him, but because of him not ever being supportive, and I tried originally to talk to him when he first got there, that was the only reason I said those things to him, was just because I was out of anger and out of hurt and not being able to have support. It was nothing to do with me saying those things to him was just being what is the word you want to call it? Selfish or facetious or whatever you want to call it. I did have originally initial different thoughts on certain things, and that was me trying to basically read him and try to figure the situations out. So I understand that you may have heard those or whatever you may have heard, and that's okay because that totally was not.
You know, in here I even have what you entered in your phone, the stuff that you've entered and deleted, blood is spurting from an arterial bleed, direct pressure not controlling.
What? I didn't look this up.
It's from your phone.
Blood is what?
Spurting from an arterial bleed.
No.
Somebody did from your phone. I don't like my stepson.
No.
I don't like my stepson. Should I get a divorce? I'll stalk cheating. I'll stalk Instagram. I'll stalk cheating in Colorado Springs. How to get blood out of sheets.
Out of sheets?
Mm-hmm. I want immunity.
Oh, the blood out of sheets was because we always had always nosebleeds. If I ever looked up blood out of sheets, it was nosebleeds.
And I figured it might be something.
I didn't ever look up anything about an artery or something unless it went from something else.
It's on your phone.
And I never looked up anything about my stepson unless someone else did.
The reason I brought up gangs is you looked up, I want immunity because it was gang related. And this sounds like me. Find me a new husband. Find me a rich guy who wants to take care of his kids.
The new husband is just because Albert already knew that was about the lady Debbie Sherrill who wanted to find a new husband after 35 or something. He picked me about Amazon.
A lot of these can have nothing to do with this.
It doesn't.
I get it. I'm doing all the work for my stepkids and their mom doesn't help.
Oh, that bothered me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame.
Oh yes, because I wanted them to be mine.
One day, some people will wish they treated you differently, which I get that. Parenting should be for people, not one. What a societal person might say. I mean, these make me very sad when I read them because I can see you're doing all the work at home by yourself.
Which I wanted to be there. I wanted to totally have the kids as my children. That's the point you're not getting. I wanted those kids to be saying to me that I'm their mom.
Yeah.
I'm the person who cares for them, loves them, everything.
What do you do if you suspect a person swallowed poison? Did somebody actually swallow poison?
Poison? I don't know. I always click things and read them.
Did somebody swallow it?
No one swallowed any poison.
Okay. You will never forgive me and treat me like a princess. You'll never know when it's too late.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always search for things when Albert was gone.
What is an offered plea? Did you figure out what an offered plea was?
Offered plea?
Yeah.
I think someone asked me that and I probably searched it.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
You remember? What did you remember?
I don't remember. I just remember something. Because someone was writing that online. So if anyone wrote something online, I looked it up. Just like the other day, someone wrote something about FBI coming or something, and if I see something online, I always Google.
I've seen the markers from the spray. The spray went from the bed all the way up here. Well, you had to clean it up.
I don't know anything about that.
It comes from aspirated blood.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that he didn't accidentally do it.
Okay. Whatever.
So that's what we were waiting on for the warrants because somebody struck Gannon in the bed.
If someone struck Gannon in the bed, thank God we were all drugged then. If that's what you're saying happened.
Well, then can you tell me how that blood got on the wall?
Sure.
That's Gannon's blood on the wall.
Okay, well, I guess, sir, if you think you have all the answers, then
you're making me guess.
I'm not.
You've got the answers.
I'm not making you guess, sir.
It doesn't look like it does on TV. Have you ever watched Criminal Minds or Profilers?
I don't watch any of that stuff because I don't do bad things to people.
Good people watch those shows.
I don't do any of that. I don't do bad things to people.
Right now, you're the last person in Gannon.
I don't do bad things to people. I don't.
I don't think you do bad things to people.
I don't do bad things to anyone, and I didn't do anything bad to Gannon.
I think something bad happened to Gannon, and I don't know of a way to get you to tell me.
2 weeks later, a horrifying discovery was made in Florida. A suitcase was found under a bridge near Escambia Bay. Inside were Gannon's remains, more than 1,300 miles from where he had been reported missing. The autopsy revealed brutal injuries, multiple stab wounds, blunt force trauma, and a gunshot wound to the face. Prosecutors said Gannon had been killed the same day he disappeared, and that Letitia later transported his body across state lines in an attempt to hide the crime.
She keeps threatening me.
Stop.
Well, she keeps threatening.
Stop.
Stop it.
Well, she keeps on threatening me. I have stopped it. She keeps on.
She got out of the restraints.
She keeps on threatening me.
Put your arm down.
I will for you. She keeps
Put
threatening.
your arm down.
Put your arm down.
Well, she keeps threatening me the whole time.
Tisha?
I will with you. I said I would with you.
Give me your arm now.
Well, I said I would with you. I said I would with you. I said I would with you. I'm just asking to breathe. That's it. Just to breathe. That's all I want to do is breathe. You're hurting my arm.
My phone is jacking.
You're hurting my arm. You're hurting my arm.
Lisa,
I just want my arm. It's hurting my arm. Just let my arm out.
Letitia Stauch was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. What began as a desperate search for a missing child ended as one of Colorado's most disturbing homicide cases. Not only because of the brutality, but because the person who called police for help was the same person responsible for taking Gannon's life. Today, Gannon is remembered not for how he died, but for who he was, a kind, adventurous boy whose story continues to haunt and remind the world that sometimes the greatest danger comes from the people we trust most. Gannon's story is a heartbreaking reminder that evil doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it hides inside the home. Justice was served, but a young life was lost forever. For more true crime stories told minute by minute, this is True Crime 48 Hours. Thank you for watching.